We also anticipate launching Bitcoin and Ether sometime soon so that our clients have access to that. And we think that'll be an acceleration of our growth, because what we hear from many of our clients are that they have 98% of their wealth here at Schwab, and they might hold 1% or 2% at some digital native firm to hold their crypto. And they really want to bring it back to Schwab because they trust us. They want it to sit alongside their other assets. And so we think we'll see some real growth when we bring those to market.
Hey, what's going on, Bull Runners? Welcome back to the channel. 94% of XRP holders are sitting in profits right now. But is this party about to end? Massive whale moves are shaking up the market, and Charles Schwab's clients are begging for Bitcoin and Ethereum access. What's driving this crypto frenzy, and are you missing out? Well, stick around because today's news is moving fast, and you need to know what's going on to stay ahead. In today's video, we're going to be going over to X to find out all the breaking news happening in the crypto world today. We're going to head over to Forex Factory, find out the red folder news you need to know about next week. We're going to dive deeper into this 94% of XRP holders are in profit. Has the price topped out? Plus, we'll be getting into XRP whales moving nearly 300 million for RLUSD. Plus, we will be getting into XRP in the charts. We're going to be looking at the most important level of resistance and supports that you need to know about right now. Plus, we are going to be looking at the long-term and short-term momentum waves and so much more in today's video. So if you are like most people where you don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day in the crypto news like we do for you here on this channel every day, make sure you subscribe right now. And if you are still feeling bullish about this current bull run, let me know by commenting 777 down below. And before we get into the news and everything, let's go ahead and head over to CoinMarketCap. We'll check out the overall health of the crypto market. Today, we are trading at $3.99 trillion, so just a smidge under that $4 trillion mark. We are up 0.52% today. There has been only $128 billion worth of volume in the last 24 hours. Fear and greed index is back to the neutral zone instead of in greed. We're at 57. Altcoin season index 48 out of 100. Once we hit that 50 mark, we're really starting to potentially finally experience an altcoin season this time around. And that is because Bitcoin dominance is continuing to drop, as you can see now at a 58.6%. Taking a look at the Bitcoin ETF tracker, just to recap for last week on Friday, $14 million worth of inflows, as you see here. For the week, it did end in the positive, $551 million inflows to the Bitcoin ETFs. Ethereum also experiencing a outflow day on Friday, $59 million. But when we take a look at the actual week report, it was massive. In fact, it was the largest ever inflow week to the Ethereum ETFs at $2.8 billion. Top 5 trending coins right now on CoinMarketCap. Link number 1 up 12% at $25. ETH number 2 at 44, up 1%. Solana at number 3. Number 4, ARB, and Dogecoin coming in at number 5. Top 6 cryptos by total market cap. Bitcoin number 1 at 117,400. Ethereum at number 2 at 4,400. XRP at number 3 at $3.08. Tether at $1, number 4. BNB at number 5, $856. And Solana at number 6 at $190. Now, Solana is on its way. It is only $17 billion away from taking out BNB as the number 5 spot. This week's financial forecast: Monday, nothing will be reported. Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday, we're going to get the FOMC meeting. It's probably going to be a nothing burger in reality. On Thursday, have unemployment claims, though. That is a big deal. And also manufacturing PMI. So how much inflation is the manufacturing and service industry experiencing right now? That'll come out on Thursday. And then we will have Jerome Powell coming out to speak on Friday because they are at the Jackson Hole Symposium. If you're not familiar, it's the Economic Policy Symposium, which is held in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and it's attended by central bankers, finance ministers, academics, and financial market participants from around the world. The meetings are closed to the press, but officials usually talk with reporters throughout the day. So essentially, the big fat cats will be meeting in Wyoming and dictating how your financial future will be playing out. Now, as you heard in the intro of the video, Charles Schwab, which is one of the biggest brokerages out there, is seeing growing demand for crypto from their clients. Many of their clients already hold small amounts of crypto and some large amounts, but they hold them elsewhere off of their platform. And Charles Schwab wants them to bring them back to their platform. Also, the clients would feel more comfortable holding all of their funds in one location. Like, for example, today I was going through some of my wallets. It is quite frustrating to have to bounce from wallet to wallet to wallet to see how much money's here or transferring money there. So I could see, like, if you were someone who was traditionally a investor would not want to have to deal with that headache. Now, the newer investors, the crypto punks, the people that are out there that are really into this, not your keys, not your crypto, I get that part. But what we're at the stage now, the tipping point is mass adoption. And in order for mass adoption, we're going to have big players like Charles Schwab and other major banks creating acceptance for these cryptos. So this is a huge, huge positive for the crypto market. It reflects the broader trend of mainstream investors starting to want crypto. And when a giant like Schwab sees this type of demand, it shows crypto is no longer a niche asset. It's going mainstream without a doubt. And if Charles Schwab does add Bitcoin and Ethereum, it could bring billions of new investment, boosting prices and legitimacy. So this matters to viewers out there who are actually paying attention and want to know how traditional finance is adopting crypto and it's affecting your portfolio. But one major question does come up here. Would you trust a big broker like Schwab with your crypto? Or do you prefer the decentralized wallets? Let's talk about it down below. Let me know in the comments section. And before we jump over here to the topics in the headlines, also over here on X, fun fact, this $200 machine has the ability to mine 3.125 Bitcoin. And in fact, someone already has. So this is really cool. And if you're not familiar with this, is the BitTax, a $200 open source Bitcoin mining device with a hash rate of around 500 gigahash, capable of mining 3 Bitcoin per block. Even though solo mining success odds are astronomically low, 1 in 2 billion per block at current network hash rate, as calculated by Grok based on real-time blockchain data. Now, someone did actually hit it with a $200 miner, and they won 200 grand back in July of 2024.
Have you built a crypto portfolio over $1 million but want to access your wealth without selling any of your coins? Well, imagine unlocking up to 85% of your portfolio's value to fund ventures like real estate, to buy other projects in the crypto space that are undervalued compared to the projects that you currently hold, or to diversify into different DeFi yield opportunities. That way you can live on the interest without selling any of your crypto. Well, we've partnered with a leading global office offering non-recourse crypto loans for investors with portfolios starting at $1 million. The same company that is trusted by the world's largest institutions and investors, because as you already know, the billionaires don't sell their crypto, they borrow against it. So if you're ready to unlock up to 85% of your portfolio's value without selling any of your coins, and you have a portfolio with at least $1 million, then email us at team@bullrunners.com. You're going to see our email contact in the description below, and we'll get you connected with the company that has helped clients like ours north of $100 million borrow against their crypto without selling any of it. So reach out to start a conversation with our team right now at team@bullrunners.com, and we'll talk to you soon.
Now, as you know, I follow David Schwartz very closely from the Ripple team. And if you guys remember, he posts riddles that happen quite frequently to become true. He denies that they're riddles. But here's something that was spotted by an X user. This post was from August 27th, 2020. David Schwartz posting out, replying to Ride the Kai Young and I Am Bellum. And the post says Win Moon. And it's just a picture of a guy named Win Moon from a yearbook. But it was posted on August 27th, 2020. And as we know, August 27th, 2025 is coming very shortly. So great find from Tammy on X posting that out there. We'll see what happens. Do we moon on August 27th? Also breaking, Japan now, their FSA will approve the country's first ever yen stablecoin. It's going to be the JPYC, and it's set to launch as early as this fall. And don't forget, the Clarity Act is about to pass. It should pass. It may not pass, but it is on track to pass, and trillions could flow into crypto. With Clarity Act, Wall Street, banks, and Fortune 500 firms will finally have the green light to dive into digital assets.
Yeah, we do believe the bill will be passed within the next 60 days. And this is further clarification. The Genius Act gave us clarity on stable coins. This new bill will give us clarity on much more within the general world of crypto, and again provides the rules that the traditional finance industry, banks, insurance companies, credit card companies, as well as the Fortune 500 generally, need to know that they're able to engage in this marketplace. They know what they're allowed to do, how they're allowed to do it, how they have to disclose it and report it, and pay taxes on it. And this is going to unleash the burdens that have kept everybody out of the marketplace. The result of all this, Talia, you're going to see hundreds of millions, probably hundreds of billions of dollars, perhaps even trillions of dollars flowing into Bitcoin and other digital assets. And since all of these coins operate on a supply-demand issue, just like any other asset, we're anticipating this is going to be the beginning of a major source of inflows and price increases over the next several years.
Great optimism for the crypto market moving forward. And if you have been following along with riddles and XRP, we do know that Bearable Guy is the one that posts the most prolific riddles that everyone is trying to decipher. As we can see here, he posted this one on August 17th in 2019, 6 years ago as of today, and it's called Regulation Molasses. And then what do we have here on August 15th, 2025? Regulation Molasses coming to an end. The SEC government has filed a status report with Court of Appeals noting that the parties have filed a joint stipulation of dismissal of the appeals, and the stipulation remains pending, therefore awaiting by the court. Now, the other thing we do have to wait for is Annalisa Torres to come back. So that's what Jeremy Hogan was talking about here. He says, they were asked, can a case be ended on the weekend? Jeremy says, sure can. Cases can settle over a beer on Saturday around midnight. So as we know, Annalisa Torres has not come out to post that yet, but we'll see. Also today, UAE travelers can now book flights with Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, and more via Emirates, Travala, and Air Arabia. So on Emirates, you can actually book it with over 30 plus coins via crypto.com. With Travala, same scenario with Crypto.com and Binance Pay. Alternative airlines, even more options, also with Crypto.com, and Destina with Bitcoin, ETH, USDT with BitPay. So on top of all that, we also have Paul Atkins saying that SEC will work with the Trump admin to allow retail investors to access private equity. This will give retail a shot at early stage crypto projects and private token sales.
Not really great to have a situation where large endowments and pension funds, like state pension funds and whatnot, can be diversified in the public and private markets, but 401ks cannot. And I think that's one of the goals of this executive order, to direct the Department of Labor and the SEC for us to work together to help make that a reality.
He also did go on to say in the interview, the main reason for doing all this and addressing these various regulations is to provide some certainty for people.
The reason for doing all this and addressing these various regulations is to provide some certainty for people, because for too long now, there was a lot of guesswork, and there was a very, I would say, a hostile environment as far as people trying to innovate. Lawyers couldn't give their clients opinions as to what was legal or not, and the SEC and other agencies sent very shifting views as to what was undergirding their view towards crypto assets. And so we are changing that. And so our goal is to give clarity and certainty. It will be undergirded by whatever comes out of Congress. But I believe that we have authority to move forward in these areas and provide that certainty and clarity for people.
So with XRP's price that has surged over 500% in 9 months, it currently has 94% of holders now in profit. But on-chain data from Glassnode shows a warning sign. High profitability often signals a market top, like in 2018 and 2021, when XRP crashes after similar levels. The net unrealized profit loss, or NUPL, which we can see right here in this graphic, has reached the belief in denial zone. You can see it with the coloring here, which gives us a hint of potential profit-taking risks by larger holders. A bearish descending triangle pattern suggests a potential 20% drop to $2.39 if support at 305 breaks. And this is a big deal because XRP investors are in lots and lots of profit. I mean, as you know, on this channel, we've been talking about XRP for many years now. And a lot of us got in very early, and a lot of people are excited about taking profit. Now, there's another handful of people that still believe that XRP is going to $100 to $1,000 that will never sell. And that is totally fine as well. But high profitability means many might want to sell and actually lock in some gains. But the exciting part is that the bullish factors, like the fact that the SEC case has come to an end, Annalisa Torres hasn't even officially ended it yet. We have tons and tons of ETF rumors, 10 plus ETFs that are going to be coming out. And you saw what happened to Ethereum's ETF last week, over $2 billion worth of inflows. Just imagine if that happens for XRP. So it is really an interesting spot for XRP to be in, because historically, yes, when we've gotten to these points, boom, there's been a massive sell-off. But there's always been some sort of catalyst behind that sell-off. Right now, the bull run is essentially still active. All the Bitcoin major bull runs signals have not been hit for the top. So let me know down in the comment section below, are you thinking that this could be a top for XRP, or are you seeing a continued rise? And we will get into the charts here shortly. So in the last 24 hours, huge inflows as whales tip high price target. Whales moved 120 million worth of XRP, approximately $283 million from Binance to an unknown wallet. And earlier than that, there was a flag of 800 million XRP worth $1.9 billion that moved from Binance to an unknown wallet. And this followed the latter transfer and sparked markets with hourly bullish traction. Okay, so let's check in on XRP in the charts. Now, as you guys remember, 2 days ago, we had drawn out our very important supply and demand zones. To the downside, we do have a great support level here at $3.01. We have not dropped below this 30 exponential moving average in the last 3 days, though, which is sitting at 306. And then we have this short-term interruption that we have to break through, which is actually the $3.12. So essentially $3.13. As you can see, 1, 2, 3 candles in a row could not get a closed body candle above that $3.13 level. That is also going to be breaking us back above the 10 exponential moving average, which you can see right here, this orange line, which will get us back into bullish posture as well. Now, remember, after we break the $3.13, we are going to have this super important area that once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days now, we could not break through. And that is this zone of $3.30. So once we break above $3.30, a closed body candle above $3.35, which is actually $3.36, would be what we need to get our continuation. Then we would be able to move back into our previous all-time high bodied candles here. Now, we do have the wicks up there, but it is very important when you're doing your charting to focus on the bodied candles, because that is a very important area to maintain. So as we see right here, $3.51 is the first level of resistance on that. And then the breakthrough is $355.69, so $3.56. Once we break through that, then the bodied candles are closed. Then we can start to get into price discovery again to the upside. So that's the bullish outlook. As we take a look right here on our long-term momentum wave, this is on the daily charts. We are still above our zero line on our Wolfpack indicator, so we are bullish here. On our short-term momentum waves, though, we have started that reset, recalibration back to zero for the next leg to the upside. We have not quite gotten to the bottom of this as far as momentum goes. Price has been doing a good job of maintaining and just consolidating. If we do have a break to the downside, then we talked about this level right here being the most important level, $3.01 to $2.96 to hold as a support level. If we were to lose that, there is a possibility that the 50 exponential moving average comes into play, which is right here, $2.94. And if we start to lose these levels, then we'll just have to reevaluate that. I don't see that happening in the next 24 to 48 hours. So we'll cover that in tomorrow's video if we're going down. When we take a look at our larger time frame, which is our weekly candles here, we can see long-term momentum is very bullish. We are above the 10 exponential moving average. And our short-term momentums have reached pretty much peak level here. So we could maintain this level for another week, 2 or 3 before a short-term weekly reset is needed. But that would also indicate price would continue consolidation or be moving up in price. Zooming out even farther, taking a look here at the 3-week charts, this is one that's got me the most bullish when it comes to XRP. As you can see, we did have a nice reset on our 3-week. Every one of these candles is 3 weeks. We had this nice, beautiful reset down nearly to zero on our shaft trend cycle, and it is starting to make its way to the upside. And during this move, we have continued to be green on the 3-week candles. We do now officially have 7 days or 1 week left in this current week 3-week candle. And this is also extremely important that we covered a couple of days ago as well, because if you're looking at these candles, these are the 3-week candles. If we go to the candle body top right here, this is the first 3-week candle we've ever broken through this level. So this is extremely bullish if we can get continuation here. Again, we have to continue momentum to the upside for the next 7 days. And that would also help with our momentum indicator, the shaft trend cycle, continuing its upward move. And also when we zoom out even farther to the monthly candles, you can see this is also the first ever body candle close in the monthly time frame. So the monthly candle close was a tiny bit higher than the 3-week. So we'll go ahead and mark that as well. The last 3-week candle, or the last monthly candle, sorry, did not create the new highest monthly candle close ever. The highest monthly candle close was January, and then in February we had the drop. July's monthly candle close was actually below that, but with the continuation candle this month, that's very positive. Now this month's candle though, 14 days left in that. Short-term momentum has maxed out, so there is potential that we may be needing a reset in these higher time frames soon, which would indicate consolidation. We don't have to have price action to the downside during a bullish short-term momentum reset, because we are still bullish long-term. But there is a possibility we can see the 10 exponential moving average here. The 10 exponential moving average has climbed up and is currently sitting at $2.29. And if we take a look at the fair value gap, as you all know, I hate to talk about the fair value gaps, but they do actually fill. So as we can see right here, the bottom of this fair value gap gets us back to 232 range. So if something goes really drastically bad, we have this scenario with Russia and Ukraine on Monday. They're all meeting. Will they be able to get a peace deal? If we do, we could see massive moves to the upside. If we don't, then we could see consolidation or potential drops in price. Now let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit again to the daily charts. As we can see right now, we are maintaining above the 30 exponential moving average. We do need to break above that 10 exponential moving average and make our way back up to the 330 levels. $3.30 is definitely the area that we have not been able to break through, unfortunately. Let's take a look at our smaller time frames now, our 12-hour small time frames here. We have just fully reset back down to the bottom on the short-term shaft cycle. We can see last time we did a double reset was here. Short-term momentum started moving up on the candle from August 2nd when price went from 275 all the way up to 337 or 335 for easy math. So we take a look at this and the move was 61 cents, 22% move to the upside. When we look at our long-term momentum on the 12 hours, we have officially dropped back below zero. So we need a quick rebound. We need a quick rebound right here. It's either that or we do start to see like an actual sell-off for XRP. Dropping down even further, we're looking at our 4-hour. As we can see here, our Wolfpack indicator 4-hour has dropped below the zero line. So we are riding bearish here. Our short-term, middle-term momentum has reset to zero. Short-term made a ride up for quite a few hours here. Unfortunately, could not sustain this. It actually bounced off the 50 exponential moving average. Because we are bearish, we needed to break through that. Unfortunately, these shorter time frames are showing some bearish momentum. Short term's turning back to zero. Middle term also heading back to zero. Looking at the 1-hour charts, this is positive news. Everything has reset to zero here. Long-term momentum needs a turnaround here. We need to see a turnaround in the next 12 to 24 hours. Otherwise, we could actually be coming back for a drop down. So let's take a look here. There's something interesting playing out right now. We have the 1100 exponential moving average, which is this blue line right here, this 1100 exponential moving average. Every coin is getting right to the 30-minute one. If we take a look at everything, look at Bitcoin, it's right at the 30-minute 1100 exponential moving average. We look at Ondo, it's playing around that average. We look at Solana, it's actually doing pretty well. It's outperforming that average right now. Sui's at the 30 and XRP is at the 30. We can see we are actually losing the 30 though. So this was holding as a support, came down, breaking down a little bit. So we'll continue to monitor this. The next level down would be the 1-hour 1100 exponential moving average. And that is unfortunately down in our supply and demand zone here, which is at $2.96. So lower time frames does look bearish for XRP at the moment. Higher time frames looking strong. Let's take a look at our weekly spider lines for XRP. Where are we? So as you can see, price is trying to break above our $3.10, $3.11 spider line. It's been there now 4 days trying to break above it. We do have our $3.02 spider line acting as a support here for us. And if you're not familiar, these are historic support and resistances from 2018 into the future. And learn this from CryptoFace over on YouTube. Does a phenomenal job with these on Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it works on XRP as well. So once we do break above this 312, 311, and then of course that $3.30 level up here, then we can get up into the 343 zone. We are also having this level right here of 325 will be a resistance for us. So we break $3.11, then we break $3.25, then we can break the 343.
Hey, bull runners, check this out. If you want to learn how to find the next 10x, 50x, or even 100x altcoin in this video, listen to this. Our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1 and is currently still up over 5,000%. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. And the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University. Just go through the link in the description below, get in right now, watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers,